Let me ask you a couple things. First, did you read Sara Taylor's testimony before this committee?
I watched it and then read a follow-up. Yes, sir.
Do you know that Senator Leahy asked her the same questions that he asked of you? Specifically, Senator Leahy asked her if she'd spoken to the president about removing U.S. attorneys, and she answered, "I did not speak to the president about removing U.S. attorneys." Chairman Leahy then asked her if she attended any meeting with the president since the 2004 election in which the removal and replacement of U.S. attorneys was discussed. Ms. Taylor answered, "I did not attend any meetings with the president where that matter was discussed." I'm struggling to understand how she could read the same fielding memo that you and your attorneys have read and respond to those questions, and you would refuse to respond. Can you explain to me what the difference is in the questions asked by Chairman Leahy?
I know that Ms. Taylor answered the questions. I read the transcript, and I respect her decision. And I also know that several members of the committee criticized her for, in their view, cherry picking or selectively answering questions, during the hearing. In fact, I noted that when Ms. Taylor initially refused to answer a question, Senator Specter stated, "I think you're declining to answer the last series of questions from the chairman was correct under the direction from the White House counsel. I do believe when you are asked whether you had a conversation with the president, that even though it does not go to the issue of content of the conversation, that it comes under the interdiction of White House counsel, which I agree that you are compelled to follow at this stage, having been an employee." Sara is a former employee. I am a current employee, and I simply do not intend to disobey a directive from the president.
Well, Sara Taylor was much more forthcoming, and I thought, frankly, that at the end of the day, people respected her for it. She went as far as she could go without going into the substance of conversation to at least acknowledge whether or not their conversation had taken place or a meeting had taken place. And I think that was the nature of Chairman Leahy's question.